Real hot girl shit.
And if the beat live, you know Lil Juke made it.
Body yaddy 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 yaddy. Body yaddy 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 yaddy. Body crazy curvy wavy big titties little waist. Body crazy curvy wavy big titties little waist. Body yaddy 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 yaddy. Look at how I body that. Ate it up and gave it back. Yeah, you look good, but they still wanna know we're making it. Saucy like a barbecue, but you won't get your baby back.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to another episode of Pretty Plus Size and Powerful Podcast in the Pop-Up series. All month long, we have been talking to women who are living life and making history, okay? In case you don't know me, I am Aziza, aka Zibo, aka the Human Universe, aka your favorite fat girl. And whenever you see this video, make sure you share it. Tag your friends in the comments so that they can come on and watch. And if you have any questions or comments, you can leave them down below and we'll get to them if we have time. I am super excited. Is it just me? Do you hear a crunching? Huh?
Yeah, I do. And I'm like, is it just is it me or okay?
No, let me see if I turn it down if that helps. I don't know if my thing is doing like a feedback. It gotta act right. It gotta act right. But I think they can still hear us over there. I have a guest with me today. I'm super excited, and I will let her go ahead and introduce herself.
All right. First of all, thank you so much for having me. It is truly an honor to be able to come on here and just talk about what I got going on right now. So my name is Diamonique Felder. Like when you gotta introduce yourself, it would be hard, but I can talk about myself all day. I am a mentor enthusiast. Like I am a strong believer in like mentorship. I am a woman of God. I am a HBCU graduate. I am very family oriented. I am a teacher by trade. So that is what I currently do. And I just love life, living life. I love connecting with people. I don't even remember how this connection happened, but I'm grateful for it, and I'm excited to be here. So yeah, that's me.
I'm glad. So, I think we met at a women's event. I'm gonna try and back up. I think we met at a women's event that Leah had put on, or at least I think that's the first time we were introduced to each other. We may have been in some other spaces or whatever. Because to me, you have a familiar face, and I'm just like, I don't know where I know her from, but I don't know. Maybe at some other point in some other lifetime, I might have knew you too. I don't know. So tell us about your organization.
Yes, so I am so excited to tell you about my organization. So Diamonds in the Rough Mentor and Development Program is a program that is designed to take our young ladies through the process of a diamond. And we do that through twofold. So they go through a 3 programmatic program where they go through the process of what a diamond goes through to become what it is. So the cutting, the heating, all of those different processes have different sessions that they would engage in that would help them become the diamonds that I know that they are. And then the other arm of it is diamond to diamond mentoring. And so basically my job is to be a bridge builder, to give access to our young ladies to the amazing women that they're surrounded by in their village in Milwaukee. A lot of times it's not that the young ladies don't desire mentorship, but a lot of times they just don't have that access. And so for me, I want to be that bridge builder, whether it's through women in my church, or whether it's through women in my sorority, or whether it's through women like you who I know, have a story and who can impact young girls. And so I want to be able to be that access and that bridge builder for them, because I've had amazing mentors in my life. And I do attribute a lot of where I am now in life to those mentors who poured into me. And so that is my baby. That is like my heart's desire. I just want to see our young ladies doing well, serving young ladies from the ages of 13 to 18. Um, because if I got personal about it, a lot of that stems from where I was during those developmental times, and those prominent people who came into my life and really shaped me and molded me in times where it could have just went another way. So that is why I wanted to target that specific age group, because I know what it felt like to be in those years and just needing that guidance and that mentorship. So yeah, that's Diamonds in the Rough.
And that's I'm glad you kind of went down that road, because I was definitely going to ask you, what is the importance of having mentorship when you're younger? Outside of, like, we all have women that we know, so the women we grew up around, like our mothers and older sisters and stuff like that. But why is it important to have other women outside of your immediate family, for young girls to, in a mentorship relationship?
That is a great question. And it's a great question, especially coming from someone who, like, I have an amazing mother, and she poured into me in ways that I'm just so grateful for, even to this day. But mentorship can go beyond that. Like, um, whether that's somebody who can help me academically. My mother didn't go to college, you know what I mean? And so having access to people who did go to college and then being able to help me through that, process. And so I think that, because a lot of times, I mean, even in my family, I've heard people shy away from mentorship because it's like, you can get it right here. Like, you know what I mean? You don't need to branch out. Like, it's somebody here who you can talk to. But I think experience is what mentorship is about. Sharing your experiences, transparency, being able to go to somebody who is not your mother, you know what I mean? And be able to talk about things that you need to be able to process with someone else. And so for me, I think that's the importance of the mentorship. Just understanding that you can get so much from a lot of women in your circle that may not be like your immediate family or people who are in your family. And so I think that that's a great question. And then there's social emotional things that a mentor might be able to do that your family might not be able to do. Like, in my experiences with mentorship, at times, sometimes it'd be like in your teenage years, and sometimes it's just like this block between you and moms. I went through it. And so when I had these mentors who I could go and talk to, and they would level me out and, help me understand my mother's side, things like that are important to especially that age group, like that 13 to 18, where those very, very much developmental stages.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there, because it was and especially because even as adults, you know what I'm saying? Like, we go through things and we think that nobody else is going through them. We think that we the only person going through it. We the first person to go through it. So definitely having, somebody to be like, listen, sweetie, this ain't new. That first heartbreak, that ain't new. You know what I'm saying? Like, image, you know what I'm saying? Issues, that ain't new. So what are some of the areas, because I know you work with, like you said, you're an educator, so you're in the schools and you're around children all day, especially now, virtually and things like that. So what are some of the areas that you see that really need like mentorship for girls, and what are some of those, and if not all, then what are the main areas that you hope to teach along with Diamonds in the Rough?
Yeah, so Diamonds in the Rough, I really desire to target self-awareness, self-image, and being able to be socially aware. And so in that, they will go through different sessions. Like, for example, there will be a session about how to be a friend. Like, a lot of times, our young ladies don't even know how to, effectively be in friendships. And so then I glean from people who are a part of the network or who might potentially be mentors for the young ladies, and those will be the people who are instructing the courses, so that you can see, like, yes, you can have a friend that you've had from the age of 5 until you're 35, or until whenever you can do that. And a lot of times our young girls aren't able to see that and see that it is possible to have healthy friendships and relationships. And so and then, like, self-image, just understanding your beauty, that even goes back to some of the things that I dealt with as a teenager. Like I had a lot of body image issues. I didn't like my skin, just different things like that. And so taking them through courses where I'm again leaning into my network, where I'm bringing in people who have skincare lines and helping our young ladies know how to take care of their skin properly. Just things that we just think our girls should know, like how to properly deal with your menstrual cycle and things like that. And so all of those things are important to those developmental stages. And those are things that, yes, of course, you learn in your household, but it's also good to glean and get those things from mentors as well. So self-image, social awareness, and self-awareness.
I definitely agree, because I have my best friend has some daughters. I call them my nieces, of course. And it was just, I had brought them over to my house one day, and we were just, kind of just hanging out or whatever. And I told my best friend, I was like, I'll help them, get their hair together, because they, have natural hair and, have natural hair, and it's like that experience or whatever. And then I had to think about it afterwards, like, I'm teaching them something that they had no clue about, and it's something that's so simple to me, as far as like even just washing their hair. Like the 10-year-old, and I kind of just let her do her thing or whatever. And she called me from the bathroom like, TT, I can't get this out of my hair, because she done put a whole bottle of shampoo in her head. And it was funny and cute, but it's like, dang, she is only 10 years old. These are things that she still has to learn. So I love that you're going back and just teaching simple stuff that we as adult women don't realize, or sometimes don't realize, like, this stuff needs to be taught to young girls.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what made you decide that a mentorship group for you, or what made you decide to start your own as opposed to going and maybe working for somebody else, or something like that? Like, what is gonna be? Well, I already love the idea, but what's gonna be something that's like something that sticks out about Diamonds in the Rough?
That is a great question. I've been doing Diamonds, like, I think the biggest thing for me is okay, because that was like a twofold question, so I'm gonna try to answer like the first part and the second part. Like, mentorship is just like what I do. Like, even if I didn't have a name to it, Diamonds in the Rough Mentoring Development, I've been mentoring young ladies since I could mentor. You know what I mean? And so, like, it's just in me. It's like what I love to do. And so that's the driving force and motivation behind it. And then when you ask the question of like, why not, become a part of another program that already exists, I feel like it's been in my belly for a long time. Brewing up, fired up, and I've had those thoughts. Like, it's already programs out here that's existing. Like, just hop on board with another program, and I've tried. Like, you know what I mean? And then it's just like, no, but this is your baby, and you need to birth it the way that you desire to see it. And I always get reminded about like a meme or that I seen on Facebook or Twitter or somewhere, where it was like all the different brands of bread, and it was like, somebody's gonna go to this, somebody's gonna go to that, and I always have to put that in my mind, like, even now, like, you know what I mean. And so I'm encouraged. I even get encouraged by a lot of the programs that exist in Milwaukee already, and how given these ladies have been, and how they know it doesn't feel competitive at all. It's like, we got to get these girls right, and as many people we can have to do that, let's do it. And so that's been comforting as well. And then you ask what's the difference, or like what do I see as different about Diamonds in the Rough. I think the biggest thing for me is just being that bridge builder. Like, I just want to get these girls connected to people like you, Aziza, and I want to get these girls connected to my friends and people who are in my network who I know are amazing and have been through things and overcome. And I just want to be that access and that bridge builder. I want to get these girls in front of some amazing women. So that is my biggest focus.
I love it. And to me, you can never have enough. You can never have enough mentoring for young girls. There can never be enough, organizations, because there are so many people that end up untouched. So I'm definitely, happy that you're starting your organization. I love that, like you said, it's bridge building. You know what I'm saying? Giving them something that it's not only going to benefit you now, it's going to benefit you forever, because these are, different connections that you're going to make, that you're going to be able to lean back on. So, to me, that's a difference that is unique to Diamonds in the Rough. Um, you mentioned being a part of a sorority. How does your experience being a part of a sorority, how does that help you or further your I guess process of mentoring, or the relationship that you have with mentoring?
Well, I think that that sisterhood and the public service, and all of that is like birthed and like what we are. But I also think that it's being connected to something so big and being connected to so many amazing women who are a part of my sorority, just another branch of access. You know what I mean? For me, that's what it is. I mean, I am grateful to be a part of the story that I'm a part of, but that is another way of access, like that I get to allow, young ladies in the city of Milwaukee to see these prominent my sorority sisters that I have. And then it even opens up the ability to show that Greek unity and get people from other Greek organizations to mentor my young ladies too. So I think for me, again, that where access keeps coming up, that is what it is. And then I've also had the opportunity to work with young ladies through my sorority, and so that gives me more access to more young ladies. You know what I mean? And so for me, it's just the ability to allow our young ladies to be presented and be in front of dynamic women.
I love that. I love that. So, same question, but about your experience at an HBCU. What kind of like leg up does that give you, having gone to a historically Black college?
Okay, so let me just, because I did definitely put on my sweater, because I knew, I did, I was afforded the opportunity. Thank you, God, to go to the #1 HBCU in the United States of America. Um, I had to put that out there because some other HBCUs you trying to come. I just gotta let them know who #1. No, but Spelman. Oh goodness, it's so funny because I'm actually mentoring a young lady right now who is from Milwaukee and has been extremely interested in going to Spelman, and she was telling me about like what did that for her, and it was going on a college tour with like her middle school, and I had a similar experience. I was at Milwaukee College Prep, and it was 6th grade. We went on a college tour. I seen Spelman. From that moment, I'm like, I'm going to Spelman. Like, you know what I mean? When I stepped foot on the campus, but the experience that I had, it's unmatched. It truly is unmatched. I am a true advocate for the historically Black college and university experience. I was black, no regret about, you know what I mean? No regret about it, no holding back. I was telling her it was so amazing to be in that space. And like I was in the AUC, so it's like you see Morehouse, you see Clark, like you seeing like this vestibule of just like Black excellence. Like, and it's like you have people who were first generation college students, but you also have, people who grew up in very affluent homes with like 2 doctors as their parents. But you never knew that we was all on the grind together. You know what I mean? To get there, and like we studying for organic chemistry and physics, like things that they say that we're not supposed to accomplish and kill. As Black people, like we were doing it together as like a collective whole, and just being unapologetically who we were. If we didn't agree with something, we could, speak about it. And it was an amazing experience. But I think the question was, how do you feel like that has helped where I am now with like Diamonds in the Rough? A lot of it comes from, being a part of Spelman College, which is a all-female institution. We had that mentorship just embedded into the culture of the school. Like we had big sisters who, mentored us when we first got on campus. Just that mentorship was just embedded in what Spelman was. Professors who had went to Spelman, working back at Spelman and wanted to see you succeed just as much as they succeeded, and just making sure that opportunities and doors are open for you, because and just making connections. And so I think that I even seeing that mentorship in that aspect while I was at Spelman, and just seeing how effective it was. Like, I still can reach out to my professors right now if I need them. Yeah, so I think I covered it. I mean, I could talk all day about my HBCU experience, like literally all day. So I'll stop it there.
All right, all right. Well, hey, I love it. I love it. So, do you currently, as an adult, have mentors? And how does that kind of help, or if so, does that help you navigate through just day to day, through life, through ups and downs and things like that?
Yes, I have mentors. I call them my board of directors, like my life board of directors. And yes, I still need them. Like, any career decision, big moves I want to make, like all of that. I'm like, help me. Like, what's this process? And I'm just grateful because a lot of my mentors are long lasting mentors, like people who see me, go through middle school, high school, through college, and they're still, there and mentoring me and helping me through this phase in life. And so, again, like, even my own life is a testament of like the importance of mentors, because they're still around right now. And so, yeah, I do have mentors right now. I'm grateful for every last one of them. And yeah, I still get from them. And I will say, like, even in this with adult mentorship, like, when I was younger, it was a lot of pouring into me, but now you get to see that, like, like, that it coming full circle, I should say, because like now I'm able to pour into my mentors too. And so I think that that's like beautiful. And when they see the seed that they planted, and they see that it's growing and that it's flourishing, like, that's a good feeling, because it's a good feeling for me as a mentor. So
I love it. I love it. Um, yeah, I have. I mean, just the idea of having mentors, and especially like mentors as adults, has really been like I don't want to call it a hot topic, but as we as Black women, as we're coming into a different kind of like stage in just our development overall, or just where we are, period, as a whole. There are just certain things that come up, and mentorship is definitely one of those things. So I love it. I love it. I love it. I love that your entire experience that you share here has been just like a buildup of, I had a mentor when I was a kid. I still have mentors now. I want to mentor, like, whether I have this organization or not, mentorship is something that's important, and it is a part of just who I am. And so I love that, and I definitely applaud that. How if someone wants to get their girls into Diamonds in the Rough, how would they go about that? What is your selection process? Is it through schools? Is it just open to the community? How can someone get involved with your organization?
So that's a great question. And I'm ready to answer it. And so I'm still in the process of getting like my intake forms and things of that nature, developed, and making sure that everything is solid so that when it's pushed out there, it's ready to go. However, like, please be on the lookout on my Facebook, Diamonds in the Rough Mentor and Development Program. I'm also on Instagram, Diamonds in the Rough MKE. And you can also reach out to me through email at diamondsintheroughmke@gmail.com. However, like, please be on the lookout. I post things about like why mentorship is important. I post things about diamonds who have already, who are either mentored by me, have been mentored by me. And you get to just hear some of the things that they say they've been able to gain from me. But yes, so with that being said, just be on the lookout. Things are coming very soon, because I need to get these girls on the road. So yes, please
Yes.
be on the lookout and follow me on all of those social media platforms.
All right, all right. So are there any last thoughts that you want to get out before we go ahead and close out?
Um, the only thing I want to say is, I might not be your mentor, but I just want to tell you to keep on shining, and whatever that shining looks like for you, do that. This is my word for everybody, and you too, Z, to keep on shining, girl. But just shine, like, let your light shine, and like, Diamond is my name. My mother knew what she was doing when she named me that, because I'm going to shine. I want other people to shine as well, and so we gonna all shine together. And so, yes, that's all that I have.
All right. Well, thank you so much. And I just want to say, like, your just smile and personality and the bubbliness about you is so infectious. I was like, I'm so excited. Like, even when you were sending pictures, I was like, Diamond be like, she really be. I know you be lighting up rooms when you enter because it's like the energy is so real and so positive. I love it. So I was definitely excited to have you on. I'm glad you were able to come on.
Yes, thank you so much, Aziza. Thank you.
No problem. So everybody watching, make sure you get in contact with Diamonds in the Rough Mentoring and Development. Like her on all of the social media. Go stalk all of her pages and stuff so that you can make sure that you get the girls in your life a part of this program. We need it. Don't listen. If you're going to be on Facebook scrolling, I know you're going to come across a video where you might see some young girls doing some stuff that you would, you know, be judging them about it. Go ahead and direct them right on over to Diamonds in the Rough, y'all, okay? If you want, you can reach out to Pretty Plus Size and Powerful, and we can, forward the information to Diamond as well. You can hit us up right here on the page, Pretty Plus Size and Powerful. Join the group, Pretty Plus Size and Powerful, the group at the end. You can hit us up on Instagram at Pretty Plus Power, and just visit the website, www.prettypluspower.com. Thank you all so much for joining us again. Make sure you check out our other episodes. This one will be available, so keep sharing it. Keep putting questions in the comment section. And I wish you all the best of luck, and you all have a great night. Thank you all for tuning in.